Hair's looking a little deflated today. I actually look presentable today. Like, I actually got dressed and everything. That's crazy. I never do that. I never get dressed on weekdays, which is why I film on the weekends. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Bria. I try to post weekly videos every Sunday, basically just informational about my lifestyle. So today's video is going to be a little different than what I've been posting. It's going to be about what's it like living in Texas. If you don't know, I live in Texas right now at the moment, and I wasn't born here, but I lived here for half my life. So I'm 16, so yeah. Also, I did turn 16 3 weeks ago. So yeah. So first thing you need to know about Texas, which I had no idea. My mom didn't really tell me anything about Texas before we moved here. And it wasn't like oh yeah, this is what Texas is like. She showed me, like, she didn't show me any pictures, so I didn't know what to expect. And as a child, I was literally 8 years old, and as a child, you're like, oh my god, so Texas is gonna be like this place where people wear cowboy boots all the time and ride horses in the streets and like no city development at all. Totally wrong. Do not believe that. I can't believe I used to think of it like that, like, honestly. But I thought like people would be riding horses everywhere, and like we would go to school and like, I don't know, like an old shack or something. Like, it was just, I thought it was like those old Western movies that my grandma watches. So yeah, but it's not like that at all. But it is very, very hot. And I wasn't used to the weather from New York to Texas. And I'm surprised I didn't get allergies or anything from this weather, because the seasons are really intense and extreme. So it gets hot here. And I don't know if you guys know, but in February we had a like Texas freeze, and it was like below 30 and snowing. It was snowing and everything. I can insert some pictures here, but yeah, it was a mess. And we had like lost power and everything. That's for another time though. Yeah, so it gets hot, and then like basically you're gonna be sweating all the time. And yeah, that's pretty much that. When I first got to Texas, it wasn't that hot because it was August, and like it was warm, but it was warmer than what I was used to, but it wasn't like unbearable. It wasn't until the summer and that it started being like actually like unbearable, and I couldn't like function properly. Like, heat stroke is a thing. Another thing I want to talk about is like the wildlife is different. This probably won't affect you, but I'm not used to riding down a street or a highway and seeing cows and horses on the land beside me. Like, I just think that's amazing. That's so weird, but it's so nice to see that. Like, I probably didn't see a cow here, and like, I literally, the first time I came here, we got off the airplane, and my mom drove us to our new house, and I saw horses and cows, and I'm like, wait, they have those here? Like, they're just right there by the highway? Like, that's so weird. But yeah. And then another thing is everything kind of looks the same. Like, I don't know if this is in New York too, but from where I'm from, it's everything doesn't really look the same. Everything has their unique style and whatnot. So everything here, like including buildings and houses, like the neighborhood I live in now, like all majority of the houses look the same color, same style, same materials. And that goes for like buildings, for like stores and stuff like that. Like, everything kind of looks the same, so it's hard to find things in like stores. So I think that's just something you need to look out for in the future if you plan on living here, or if you do live here. Another thing I want to talk about is people, and the people drive so fast here. The highways are like ridiculously large. I never been on a highway in New York with like 8 lanes. Like that's weird for Texas, but it's because they have a very high population, um, and reduces traffic. So I think that's kind of weird, but like everyone drives fast, and like when traffic happens it gets bad because there's so many people on the road at once, like 8 lanes, and everyone's trying to move into the one on the right. That's just so much. So I don't know if you are like from here or you speak another language, but I didn't realize how many people here were from Mexican or Spanish descent. And I came here and I was like, wow, there's so many different types of people, because where I'm from there's groups of people, but you don't see them a lot because they have their each little eco tiny city they live in, like Chinatown, and the Irelands live here and the Spanish live here, and so it's just very don't know the word for it, but everyone's kind of separate. So here everyone's kind of combined. You get different cultures. It's basically a different type of melting pot from America, which is the melting pot, but you know what I mean. And I didn't speak I don't know more than 2 languages when I moved here. So it was kind of confusing for me because majority of the population and the people that I went to school with spoke Spanish, and I didn't know how to speak Spanish. So yeah, but I took Spanish in middle school and high school, so I know a little bit, but not that much. I don't know if this is like the last thing, but I don't know if this applies to you. But if you are a student in undergrade 12, there's a thing called the STAR test, and it's just ridiculous. My school has taken the STAR test last week, last week actually, and I didn't take it because of COVID, but it's just a long 5 4-hour test, and I think it's completely useless, but we take it anyways. And I just want to give you guys a heads up about that if you like have kids or something, or if you are a kid, and because it's just, I mean, basically the teacher's main goal is to get you prepared for this STAR test, and that's pretty much it. Like all it does is determines whether the school gets like funds or whatever, which is good and great for people who want to do other things in school, but it just takes way too much time. So that was my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a comment or like this video and share it, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.